Next issue, Roy Harper, Addict. I don't think that superhero name is going to catch on. While I normally wouldn't look at it because of the trade and all, we do need to talk about issue 2's cover. There are these two little tidbits. One, the woman he's fighting is Cheshire, Leanne's mother and a notorious supervillain who once nuked a country. Those scratches on his back, they should be fatal since her nails contain poison. 2, Cheshire doesn't show up until the last few pages, so this is one of those covers that spoils an ending reveal and makes it look like the two of them fighting is the focus of the issue, which it isn't. Smooth. We open on some grade A nightmare fuel, and I'm not even exaggerating that. Roy is having a nightmare where he and Leanne are out in the city, and a Roland Emmerich movie stops by to cause the city to collapse and Leanne to start falling. He's holding onto her by his arm, which severs off like she was holding onto an almond joy. Roy wakes up out of pain medication and sad because nothing can stop the pain he's going through. So where the hell is he staying anyway? I thought it was his old house, but if it's in this much of a good shape after the destruction of Star City, how the hell did Leanne die? Furthermore, the TV is already turned on.
Still reacting to yesterday's startling revelation that the masked vigilante known as Green Arrow is none other than Star City's former mayor, Oliver Queen. The truth was literally uncovered by Police Commissioner Nudaserta as he arrested Green Arrow for the murder of the man behind the attack on Star City, Prometheus. This has been Plot Convenience News, giving you important plot details when you didn't know you needed them.
The fact that the TV is intact brings up even more questions about the state of Roy's home, if that's even where he is. Anyway, he pulls the TV off the wall and smashes it, Black Canary coming around to tell him the news herself. And why is her jacket hanging off of her shoulder? Black Canary is pissed off at Green Arrow for what he did, but Roy's even more pissed off. Prometheus deserved to die for sure, but it should have been me! We cut to Roy Harper meeting with Green Arrow, and oh, what the hell? Why is Green Arrow still in his costume? He's in prison! Why are they still letting him wear the outfit? What if he has hidden weapons or explosives or something inside of those clothes? Guess it was only a matter of time before I screwed up my life as much as I've screwed up everyone else's, huh? Are you friggin' kidding me? You're in jail! Big deal! Look at me, Ollie! Oh, you have to suffer through the indignities of prison! Big whoop! Get your own miniseries, you jerk! Roy yells at Green Arrow for taking away the only thing he had left, his revenge. What now? You tell me! What am I supposed to do now? Same thing we always have. Keep going. It's all we can do. I might be behind bars, but that doesn't mean I won't be here for you. Actually, being in prison means you won't be there for him. Because you'll be in prison. Roy says he's never there for anyone, and he doesn't understand what he's going through and walks away. Back at Star Labs, Dr. Midnight once again reiterates how they can't just replace the arm because of the nanites. And once again, is this advanced technology that can grow entire limbs open and available to the public? And if they can just grow cloned body parts for people, then why the hell is Cyborg still, well, a cyborg? Anyway, Cyborg has created a robotic prosthetic that'll work around the damaged tissue, but the problem is that the connector rods have to be attached through the nerve damage, meaning that he's going to be in a hell of a lot of pain. Well, it shouldn't be all that bad. I mean, how many different needles and poking things could there... Sweet merciful crap! Guys, maybe you want to knock him out first or something? I mean, for crying out loud, it can't be healthy to just shove it in there.
See, what did I tell you? Good as new. Sorry, I shouldn't have said that.
Ya think? Dude, Cyborg! Not cool, man. Not cool. Roy's hallucination of his former drug dealer returns. Looks like a damn can opener. No, it doesn't. No, wait, a Swiss Army knife. A giant Swiss Army knife. You got a screwdriver in there, too?
And the best part, Roy, is that there's a screwdriver in the index finger, too.
Cyborg, you're not helping my delusions right now. What was that, Roy? Is the connector rod pinching a nerve? No. What's that, ghostly drug dealer? Kill the president? Collect string in jars? It's at this point where the nature of his hallucinations really start to make me scratch my head. Sure, I get that he'd want to return to drugs, but the ghostly drug dealer just tells him to keep downing the painkillers, even though, again, the painkillers don't do anything for him. And what's actually causing him to hallucinate? I'm pretty sure painkiller pills don't make you hallucinate, and the initial one was just a dream. I mean, sure, stress or something like that could be bringing this on, but it just seems so forced. Like they need to get Roy to a place they want him to go, but instead of having true internal torment, they have this ghost dealer to show up and to act as Roy's temptation to return to drug use. We cut to Leanne's funeral. Some religions believe that when we die, our souls transcend this world altogether, moving onward into the great beyond. And aren't we all looking for answers from the great beyond? Preach on, REM! But my Navajo upbringing taught me that in death we become one with nature. Though her body may be gone, Leanne is still with me, in the earth and the water and the sky. What a bunch of crap! How dare people have comfort and hope in the face of death? Why don't they just get cyborg arms to make them feel better? Actually, he says he can't feel her presence anywhere in nature, and he handles a pill container of more drugs. We cut to a wide shot of the funeral, and oh, you've gotta be kidding me! They're all in their costumes? For crying out loud, they do have civilian clothes, you know. There is no reason at all that they should be dressed like this. When Donna Troy's son died, they were all in civilian clothing. Say, how can we possibly ruin the somber, serious attitude of a child's funeral? How about everybody dresses up in bright, flashy primary colors? There is something wrong when Batman is the most appropriately dressed for a funeral. Oh, and now it's time for more of Roy's happy fun times as he sees the coffin starting to shake and he runs off. Psst, you think it was a mistake to use the gag coffin in place of the real one? As he runs under a tree, Roy downs some more painkillers and sees Ravager, aka Rose Wilson, in a tree above him. Ravager is a whole other can of worms, and the development of her character is something I disagree with most fans on. Most people like the road her character took, giving her a costume, developing her relationship with her father, Deathstroke, but frankly, I don't like the way her development has gone, and this scene helps explain why. During my favorite run of the Titans, Rose was Leanne's nanny. She came across as someone in her late teens, if not adulthood already, a competent fighter, but completely in control of her life. In the last several years, though, they decided to throw that crap out the window, make her an addict, give her an annoying chip on her shoulder, and have her alienate the people around her. But like I said, a discussion for another time. Here, she tries to comfort Roy and tells her that when she was Leanne's nanny, it was clear how much Leanne loved him. Roy goes berserk, however, when Maya, the new Speedy, tries to also comfort him. Maya was in charge of watching Leanne at the time of her death, you see. You left her! You left my baby alone in the house while the entire city was coming down on top of her! I continue to be confused about where the hell Roy's house was and where the hell this supposed damage was. His house seemed fine. The other heroes separate them and Donna comforts Maya. Instead of letting Roy stew like any sensible person would, and allow him to get his anger out more constructively on his own and not at a funeral, Donna decides to engage Roy. It doesn't help, Roy, pushing everyone away. Believe me, I know what you're going through. You don't know jack, Donna. I was there for Leanne. Always. You abandoned your family. While they were dying in the car accident, you were whoring through space with Kyle Rayner. Robbie died because you were a bad mother. And boom! He hits it out of the ballpark. He has now become an insane jackass who we have no sympathy for. Bob, what do you think of this? Oh, I'm right there with you, Steve. Attacking someone he feels is responsible for the death of his daughter? Oh yeah, we can understand that kind of grief. But then calling a mother who lost her son in a tragic accident a whore? Ooh, there's not enough compassion in the world to let him get away with that one. And it only goes downhill from there, Bob. Roy returns home and puts on the robot arm. I love how the robot arm can just be plugged in and out so easily. Arm goes in, arm goes out. Arm goes in, arm goes out. He practices his archery with the new arm, but every shot he takes misses. The way the panel is arranged and the way he looks at the new arm, I think it's supposed to imply that the prosthetic is responsible. Pardon me for not knowing enough about archery, but I was under the impression that the hand holding the bow was responsible for aiming the thing, and that hand is just fine. If anything, the enhanced arm allows for him to shoot from a longer distance and sustain holding the bowstring for longer periods of time. Stupid bow! Stupid bow! I hate your stupid face and you're a whore, too!
I need to think of some new insults.
He throws the broken bow into the target, scoring a bullseye. Yay? He goes back inside, rips off the arm, and downs some more pills. However, he's interrupted by the arrival of Cheshire, who yells at him for not keeping their daughter safe. Oh, and of course, what do we need in a story about a guy attempting to recover from the loss of his arm and his daughter, a highly emotional and personal character study? Why, how about an upskirt shot of Cheshire's ass? Just saying. And so issue 2 ends with her throwing Roy around and he finally collapses in the living room. You're gonna lose much more than your arm. Much more. You're gonna lose your TV privileges, young man!
But I broke the TV!
Oh. People are probably wondering why this comic has been so requested. After all, the first issue is actually not that bad aside from some minor complaints. The second issue isn't very good, but not exactly up there with the worst comics ever. And it's admittedly hard to make fun of this situation, since it's a very painful and personal one, and something that I'm sure some people have gone through. I do not laugh at Roy's pain. Why would I? I'm just as pissed off about Leanne's death.
But man, oh man!
Tune in next week, my friends, because what started off as a somber character study about a guy recovering from 2 horrible tragedies is gonna turn real goofy real fast.
Stupid bow and your stupid string! Man, why didn't I get a bow without a string? Shaft was so right about that!